This weekend I watched the 1940 film adaptation of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. You might well know the story. If not, it's the story of the Bennet family, an aging couple with financial issues and their 5 daughters in the late 18th, early 19th century. They seek a dowry for each of their daughters to get married to save the estate from falling into rack and ruin, and so that there is a male heir to which the estate can be passed on. Otherwise, it will be inherited by Mr. Bennet's cousin, the odious Mr. Collins. A new arrival in a nearby estate prompts interest, with Mr. Bingley and his sister arriving along with the mysterious Mr. Darcy, who is mean and standoffish, but gradually he and second oldest daughter Elizabeth develop a rapport, while Mr. Bingley and also courts Kate, her sister. All of which is to say, this is about rich people complaining about not being rich enough. I found it to be very dull, very slow and uninteresting for a comedy. There is no jokes, there is no humour, and Laurence Olivier is incredibly miscast as Mr. Darcy. The point of the story is that these wealthy people are concerned about not maintaining their wealth and being forced to move to Ramsgate. And I think we're supposed to be expected to laugh at their snobbery, but it's not particularly funny. It has dated incredibly poorly. The production is in black and white, and I think that's a mistake because there's clearly a lot of effort poured into the production design and the costume design, and in black and white that doesn't come across as well as it ought to. But overall, it's a weak production. Greer Garson as Elizabeth is far too old. She's 36. And although there are some minor performances that are enjoyable, Edmund Gwenn as Mr. Bennet is likeable and appealing and counters the blatant and boring social climbing of his wife. There's very little here of any interest, and I've found this to be the case with Jane Austen in general. I once tried reading Emma, and after 50 pages I hated it so much I threw it into the river. I've never seen a previous version of Pride and Prejudice. Based on this, I have no interest in doing so. If you can't tell a likeable version of the story in just under 2 hours, I cannot imagine why a 6-hour version of the story from the 1990s would hold any interest at all. And I'm baffled as to the appeal of Austen's work in the present day. I think there's a certain conservative class consciousness about it, I think, of wanting to live in big houses and being swept off your feet by mysterious gentlemen, that sort of thing. I could well be wrong, but I fail to see the merit in this. It's a snapshot of its time, not unreasonably, but the idea that it has any relevance to the modern world is very silly. And with a film that's technically entirely adequate and on a performance level never explicitly bad, it's just very hard work to get through. I never cared about any of the people in it. And when it gets to the point where a character has to basically drop dead in order to attract your attention, not that that actually happens, but I wish it had, then the film is clearly not working.